Hello survivors, and welcome to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be speaking about how to optimize your mana soulstone farming. Now, a lot of people on the Discord have been asking us, how do you farm mana soulstones, or what is the best way to farm them? Now, there's two ways to do this. The first way is to just play the game and have fun, and eventually it is going to increase the amount of resources you have, and that means everything from mana soulstones to major soulstones, all the way up to material farming as well. If you just play the game, you're going to unlock absolutely everything. The next way of doing it is completely optimizing the heck out of it. Now, in order to do this, it doesn't help whatever runes you use. It is only it doesn't matter which runes you use, as long as you're using runes that are strong, that are going to carry you and help you finish a run in under 13 minutes, so that you can enter the endless portal, the purple one, and able to keep going into endless runs. Because the further into endless you go, the more damage you can deal, so you can end the run a lot faster in terms of getting to the next portal. So originally, let's say you finish the run in 8 minutes, by the time you do the next endless cycle, you could finish that one in 6 minutes, and then the next one in 5 minutes. Endless cycle is a lot easier than Overlord, and because it keeps the amount of enemies spawned the same every single round, you are going to get the most bang for buck in terms of how much soulstones are dropped. But we will get into that a little bit further when I talk about the curses that you select for the run. So that's something that we look at, and there's no reason. I mean, you can use efficient extraction and material harvest at the same time if you are looking to unlock things in the blacksmith, the materials and things like that. Just note, if you are running material harvest, as you can see, when you collect a major soulstone, you gain random material and gems instead, guys. It is instead. So instead of gaining a major soulstone, you're going to get yourself a whole whack of different materials every time you collect the soulstones as well. So that is a really cool way to get a lot of upgrade material for your weapons for there. But let's look at the curses. I don't believe I have anything set up here, so that's perfectly fine. We'll go through it together slowly and surely. So let's go and remove everything so I can show you everything while we are talking about it and why you should go for these specific curses. And it's going to allow you to copy this if you want, and also hopefully I can explain it in a way that shows it to you, that you can be like, okay, well, I'm happy with only 250% instead of 275% mana soulstones because I'm not happy with these certain enemies on the playing field. But so what we're going to do is we're going to take everything that increases mana soulstones, regardless of how much you get from it. So every time you click on a curse, as long as it increases the mana soulstones, you are going to grab it. Over here we've got an exception, so we will come back to that once we are there. So we're going to leave out House of Lords and Clone Army for now and see just how much we get from it. This one, yeah, there we go, that worked perfect. As you can see, we're just going through it. Every single Revenge of the Void, Lifeless Void, and Unholy reinforcements we can go and grab. We don't need to grab that over there because it doesn't really increase anything. So the bare minimum that we're looking for is 275%. So that would be where we are right now. Yeah, as soon as we take all of these, it doesn't make any difference. But let's go back to it and take a look at it. You can see we're on 275% mana soulstones, 0% prestige. What we can do is we can increase the prestige as well, but it's not going to affect the mana soulstones as a percentage. It is going to affect how many you can gain though during the entire run. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to curse 2 over here, where we left out the clone army, and read what it says. It says increases the number of elite enemies that spawn simultaneously by 1. Now, it has been confirmed by the developer Alan that the bosses do not drop mana soulstones, they only drop their relevant major soulstones. so the 5 colored crystals. Only the only the elites and other enemies drop mana Soulstones. So what does that mean? It means every single time that we can get ourselves where did we go from there? Which which map was I on? So that means that every single time we have a curse that says that we can get ourselves more enemies on the map, we are going to take it. So over here, Clone Army, it says increases the number of elite enemies that spawn simultaneously by 1. The health increases, damage increases, whatever. We are getting 1 extra enemy spawning a whole lot more often. So every time we fight an elite, we're fighting more of them, meaning more mana Soulstones. So we activate that. We then go look over here. We've got it again over here. We're going to grab it. House of Lords, again, we do not need it because we don't get the major Soulstones. We're not really interested in those for this farm. Pillars of Despair, it does not really help too much, and no one really wants to go around killing them. Look, they probably do drop. I haven't confirmed this one, and I probably should have, but I don't think they drop anything for us in terms of mana Soulstones. So I personally just keep them off there. They are also very annoying to deal with. It's just easier to not have to deal them. We already have to deal with the 10% chance of meteors falling near us, so why take pillars as well? So we grab Clone Army over there as well. Go over here, grab Clone Army. Now, I am, again, not 100% sure if Corrupted Void Hunters work or not. It is only 1 enemy every so often. It's about once every 2 minutes they fight, or they come and fight you. So honestly, for your own personal safety, because some of them can be really, really dangerous, especially in the early game, keep this one off. If you feel like you can kill them really quickly, then you can take it for the prestige bonus as well. So, you know, do that at your own risk. So you can actually, yeah, they did also change it that if you took it later on for prestige, that it no longer used to activate this. I think that has changed, and now it does activate it as soon as you take any of the overwhelming corruptions. But there's another the last Clone Army, and that's going to give us the final elites over there. So you can see it did increase it by 4, I believe it is. Yep, there are 5 actually, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we get 5 additional enemies spawning, and they also spawn faster because of another upgrade that we take. So we get a whole lot more of elites. So instead of fighting 1, we're now fighting 5 or 6, and that means a lot more mana Soulstones. It's also very good for leveling during the match because the elites drop more XP than the standard enemies. And then if you did feel comfortable in it and you wanted to unlock or have the Void Hunter spawn at the same time, you then also looking at 310% increased prestige for that run as well, which is quite a lot of prestige running for the you know, the map itself. So you go and do that. You're either running at 28 curse intensity or 34 curse intensity. If you run with the overwhelming corruption, it also means that you can run this curse for the events on the Frozen Wastelands, the Whispering Groove, as well as the Caves of Del Zog. And if you have a strong enough build, you can do the events. Again, you're not going to have a lot of the bosses chasing after you to not be able to do it, and you can concentrate on killing the enemies, focusing on your dodging and things like that, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to finish the rounds a lot quicker and less you know, impactful in terms of the boss is going to kill you later on in the endless cycles as well, because every time you go through the cycle, the bosses and the enemies get stronger and stronger and stronger. Usually you one-tapping the normal mobs, but when it comes to the bosses, by like the 6th or 7th cycle, they get such insane attack speed that you have to be really careful, and having a difference between 1 and 4 bosses is a huge difference. So killing 1 boss does make it a lot easier and more efficient. But anyway, just for a closing thought, if you do run this, you can expect in about 25 to 30 minutes, or at the end of Overlord for Cycle 4, you should have over 200,000 minor Soulstones. You do get quite a lot. And it just depends on how far you want to farm it before restarting, or which kind of minerals or where you want to go with your build or prestige and things like that. So I hope this video helped you. Now you know how to farm the minor Soulstones. Please remember to like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe survivors. Until next time, cheers.